can.
Okay, just want to make sure we don't miss.
One and all here on 96.1 The Ton. You're home for Mishawaka Caveman basketball, along with the Mishawaka Network's Brady Gallo. I'm Brian Miller. Opening tip is we've got a very, very fast-paced start and a very short pregame introduction here tonight. Warsaw controlled the opening tip, missed their first shot on course, and now they work it down on the right side of Jocelyn Bricker, and she'll go baseline on a Mishawaka double team, put it up and in. And the running jumper, 30 seconds into our contest, gives Bricker and the 13-4 Warsaw Lady Tigers a 2-0 lead. Oh, wait, they're going to wipe it out. I thought it was a blocking foul. They're saying a charge, Brady.
That's a big call for Mishawaka there. Tigers starting fast, but a chance to get some points on the board early for Mishawaka.
Backcourt press, a 1-2-2 zone there by Warsaw, handled by Hanley to Schaefer. Asa Schaefer starting along with Kasha Dadovic, Addison Brew, Lily Dawson, and Jaden Hanley, and a traveling violation on the Cavemen as they work it topside to Asia Schaefer. She tries to dribble down the middle of the lane and gets for the walking violation. Early start tonight. JV game went to a continued running clock in the second half. Warsaw dominated, led 26-0 at half, and won it 62-10. But here Mishawaka looking for win number 11 on the season, and their second win in the NLC. Kick right, Bricker fires, misses, rebound to a wide open Brooke Winchester. Dashes to the backboard and put it up and in.
That's just a mental error right there. You got to be down there on the block. You got to have someone in white down to get that rebound.
Inbounds to Schaefer. She's double teamed. Now works around the Warsaw press. Fires down on the baseline to Brew. Double team. Out to Hanley. 3-ball up by Jaden. Off the rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Winchester and Warsaw. Tigers lead 90 seconds in. It is 2-0. Dribble drive. Peterson out to Bergen. Bergen to Winchester. She'll drive the lane. Running jumper put up no good. Rebound battled for. And a good save by Jaden Hanley. She knocked it off the chest of Zoe Bergen. Out of bounds to Mishawaka.
Good play by the senior there. Getting Caveman in possession there.
Cavemen looking for their first ever win versus the Warsaw Lady Tiger basketball program. Backcourt inbounds against the pressure. Jaden Hanley handles it, runs it into the forecourt, then goes behind the back with the dribble, tied up into a jump ball as she fell to her knees to try to save the deflected dribble. And alternate possession arrow goes to the Cavemen.
Yeah, ball movement is going to become very important in this game as Warsaw is clearly targeting the ball handler, Cavemen.
Schaefer getting the backcourt inbound. She'll dribble to the left hash mark. Now reverses with the right hand to the free throw circle. Back out top of the wing. It is Brew. She'll dribble through, and then a defender kind of reached in, and Brooke Zartman, the freshman sensation, knocked it off of her knee, and then ultimately Brew lost it out of bounds. So 2-0 Warsaw. They'll have possession. They work at forecourt to Zartman. Out to Peterson. 3-ball up, 3-ball down. Abby Peterson, that was the 128th 3 on the year. Not for her, but for the team.
Yeah.
I saw your face drop there, Brady. You got a little nervous, but not for her. But Warsaw, a tremendous three-point shooting team. And now the Cavemen throw it away in the backcourt. Bad pass, intercepted middle floor by Bricker. Brick up the floor, into the corner is Bergen. Bergen center court, looking for Peterson. Now dribble drive by the freshman Zartman. Back outside, around the perimeter. Bergen running jumper up, no. Bricker tapped it up, no. And the rebound to Lily Dawson for Mishawaka. Here comes Hanley. Hanley on the push, steps back from 3, fires and misses off the side of the glass. No. Rebound pulled down by Warsaw. They'll run transition. Bricker, long baseball pass to a wide open Bergen under the basket. Up and in. And Chad Blasco is going to be forced to burn a quick Mishawaka 30-second timeout. We'll do the same 5-11 first quarter. Warsaw out and flying to a 7-0 lead. We're back after this on 96.1 The Ton. Our introductions here tonight. Didn't get a chance to really introduce much in detail for either of these teams, but the Cavemen are led by 3 players in double scoring, or double figure scoring. Asa Schaefer, Kasha Davidovic, and Jaden Hanley. 12, 11, and 10 points respectively. After the Chad Blasco timeout, Cavemen work into the forecourt, and then Schaefer across the timeline has the ball knocked away, stolen by Warsaw. They'll work at corner left. Long range 3, missed by the freshman Zartman, no good. Hanley with the rebound for Mishawaka. 4:52 to go first quarter, 7-0 Warsaw. Looking for win number 14 on the year. They are unbeaten at 4-0 in the Northern Lakes Conference. They lead the division and the league by a game over Northridge, who they defeated in a barn burner Saturday. Hanley, left wing, goes up for the jump shot. Ball rejected, deflected around, pinballs, loose ball. Peterson outlets it up before to Bergen. Bergen kicks into the corner now. Alexis Neely, who's subbed in, down into Winchester. She'll post up with a little turnaround jumper up and in. Winchester with 4.
They got to be careful here. Can't afford to go down double digits here. Points here would be huge.
9-0 Tigers. Up the floor, Hanley from Schaefer. Jaden dribbles through traffic, hands it off to Brew. Brew center floor, goes to Asia. She'll dribble, drive, running, scoop shot is up and good, and they'll count the continuation up and in.
Needed that one right there. Asia Schaefer had a couple turnovers early, but we all know she's great with the basketball in her hands. She's going to find basket eventually.
And actually now they counted the basket, and now they're going to take the basket away, saying that it was not in the act of shooting. I thought it was a call that kind of went the Caveman way, but either way, the official called it, and then went over and talked to one of his partners in stripes, and they wiped it out. And instead of common foul against Warsaw. That is a foul on Brooke Zartman, her first of the inbounds to the Cavemen up and in. Quickly up the floor, baseball pass, Neely outside. 3-ball Winchester up no, and the loose ball rebound knocked out of bounds by Lily Dawson. It's 9-2. The Cavemen do get on the board with Akasha Dadovic. Quick inbounds and lay-in. They kind of caught the Tigers sleeping, I think, on the inbounds. 9-2. The visitors with the lead here at the Cave at Mishawaka High School. Wing left. Winchester in the post, turnaround hook shot up and in. Nice move with the back to the basket by Ava Egoff. Egoff, a 5'9 junior, averages 3.5 points per game. Puts her team up by 9 at 11-2. Schaefer races up the floor, puts on the brakes, and then tries to step around a defender or two, but it's going to be a reach-in foul defensively on Warsaw. I think the Cavemen got a break there.
Yeah, kind of got bailed out there on the reach-in because I was getting ready to call a travel there.
Egoff on the reach-in, her first, team's third. And a common foul inbounds for Mishawaka. Lily Dawson will trigger it baseline right. Dawson, the sophomore, waiting. Bounce pass in just ahead of the 5-second call. A holding foul on a Warsaw defender trying to keep up with Davidovic.
Yeah, good call there. I saw Davidovic try to set the screen. Maybe they were kind of faking the screen, going to get her for a bucket, but got bailed out by the call, going to try it again on the inbound. Alexis
Neely guilty on the foul. Her first, team's fourth. Inbounds. Mishawaka down on the floor. Davidovic has to battle for the loose ball that went to her on the pass, was deflected by Warsaw. There was a mad scramble, and you can see the hustle play there by the Lady Tigers with 4 black and orange jerseys on the floor, battling for that loose basketball. So possession Tigers. Mishawaka with Katie Baumgartner subbing in a few moments ago, setting up a diamond-and-one press. High lob pass near side. Zartman, baseline runner to the right corner. She'll kick it on a reverse to the left. 3-ball missed by Neely. Weak side rebound by Katie Baumgartner and the Cavemen. 3:07 first quarter, 11-2 Warsaw with the lead here on the road. Schaefer dribbles hash mark left for Mishawaka against the Warsaw man-to-man. Schaefer dribbles, drives, pull-up, 12-footer is good. Nice running J for Mishawaka leading scorer Asa Schaefer. And it's a 11-5 contest. Outside 3-ball launched up and in. Just like that, Brooke Zartman, the freshman sensation, nails the tray, and we're back to a 9-point ball game. 14-5 up the floor now. Schaefer dribbles to the left baseline, puts on the brakes, double team, out to Hanley, tries to dribble, penetrated, got a very high bounce on the dribble. She turns it over on the kind of hurried play on the dribble drive.
Yeah, just lost the dribble there. I thought it might have hit off a Tiger player there, but say last touch by White and going to go back to Warsaw side.
So Mishawaka turns the ball over at 2:30 first quarter. They trail by double digits, 14-4. Backcourt now. Peterson works it up the floor to Neely. Neely now on the wing left. Goes to Winchester. Down to the post. Turning and Egoff called for a travel. Well, you can definitely tell Warsaw will be very, very aggressive with shooting that 3-ball, but at the same time, too, about the time you start to really collapse or rather penetrate out defensively and try to focus on the sharpshooters like Brooke Zartman and Abby Peterson. That's when they dump it down inside. They've got some very skilled players with Brooke Winchester, a 6-foot sophomore, and Ava Egoff, a 5'9 junior. 14-4 Lady Tigers with the lead. Inbounds, Mishawaka will settle in with a man-to-man D. Now Winchester in the corner, all alone from 3. Too strong. Peterson misses. She chases her own rebound down, and then as Jaden Hanley dives on the floor for the loose basketball, she in the process undercuts Abby Peterson and will pick up her first foul.
Yeah, she gets the foul there, but I like the play. I mean, against a team that has better record than you, probably coming in here expecting to beat you, you got to be physical. You got to be laying your body on the floor.
If you were with us, rather, in the pregame show for the coach's comment segment, Coach Chad Blasco talked about just competing. That was the main word tonight, no matter what the score is. Dribble drive through a screen. Bricker, right side move. Really nice aggressive basket. Her first points, and it is 16-4. Hanley, long lob down under the basket. Baumgartner outside the right wing will slow it up now. Hands outside to Hanley. Double team. Goes to Schaefer. Schaefer step back 3. Put it up too strong. Rebound inside. Davidovic up and in.
Big offensive board there. Staying within 12 here.
Back the other way. Here come the Tigers leading 17, or check that, 16-6 rather.
Yeah.
Drive in the lane. Ball stripped away from Bergen. Rebound Mishawaka. Hanley up the floor. Almost traveled with it as she put on the brakes at the center circle. Goes right side. Looking for Brew. Back now to Jaden. Hanley against her numerical counterpart, Neely. Works it on the baseline. Dishes inside to Kasha. Put it up and in. Davidovic from Hanley. Davidovic with 6. It is a 16-8 contest. Mishawaka competing right now in this last couple of minutes.
Swag with some momentum here.
In the corner. Winchester down to the post. Turnaround running jumper is good. Great ball movement by Warsaw. Jocelyn Bricker, a 5'8 freshman. Warsaw starts 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and just 1 senior. They only have 2 seniors on their roster. Substitutions, there are multiple ones, a couple for each school. Cavemen at 46 seconds now will settle back on the defensive end, going man-to-man, trailing by 10 at 18-8. Center floor now it is Peterson. Now we'll back it up. And they're going with a double stack with 2 players on each left and right point, and then 2 players on the block on both sides of the lane. Going to eat some clock here and very possibly wait for the final shot of the quarter. Down to 20 seconds. And Warsaw leading 18-8.
Looks like Cavemen are going to give them the final shot. Hanley's sagging off a little bit.
Well, the Tigers love the faster tempo, and the fewer possession you can give, the better. And a dribble drive past Hanley, and around no back help defense, and Abby Peterson took it right to the hole, up and in. Inbounds, Schaefer, she'll run midcourt, and she'll throw up a prayer That was a line drive well off the mark, no good, and we go to the quarter break. So after 8 minutes, 1 quarter in the books here from the Cave at Mishawaka High School. Northern Lakes Conference girls basketball action. Tonight, our score after 1, visiting Warsaw leads homestanding Mishawaka 20-8. Second quarter play-by-plays next. You're in 2 with Mishawaka K-Band basketball on 96.1 The Ton and the Mishawaka Network. We turn the page to quarter number 2 along with Brady Gallo of the Mishawaka Network. Hello, I'm Brian Miller. After 1 quarter play, visiting Warsaw, the front runner of the Northern Lakes Conference leads the K-Men of Mishawaka 20-8. Possession arrow to the K-Men, and they work it wing left. They try to post feed inside from Brew, but the ball is deflected as it goes through the lane, intercepted by Warsaw. Bergen up the court to Zartman. 3-ball launched, 3-ball scored. Just like that, Warsaw scores to begin the quarter, and they lead it 23-8. Their largest lead is current. Back court now, Schaefer. Lob across the court, intended for Hanley, and just there in time was Eva Egoff. And Egoff knocked it away from the intended receiver, Hanley, for Mishawaka, and knocked it out of bounds, fortunately, for the K-Men. Substitution, you will see Addison Brew take a chair, and Katie Gartner will sub back in.
Yeah, I like Katie Bobgartner in this game. We haven't seen her shoot the ball once this game, but I think Cavemen, if they want to get back in this game, using the post is going to be crucial.
She has set out several games due to an injury she suffered back early in the season and has missed some significant time, and good to have her services, averaging 7.9 points and 9 rebounds per game. Hanley, post lob, Davidovic, dribbles, drives, cuts around a defender, put it up and in. Actually a double team. And Kasia Davidovic with her 8th point. 23-10. Warsaw leading. Warsaw the other way. Running jumper, right lane. Bergen put it up, no good. Good check off with 3 sets of Mishawaka white jerseys around the basket. Check off for the offensive rebound. Instead, it's a defensive board for Mishawaka. Schaefer in the forecourt. Dribbles right side. Draws a double team. Running hook shot. Up, no. Rebound Schaefer. Goes back up and caught the ball, but it is pinned into a jump ball by a Warsaw defender, and the possession arrow will give it back to Warsaw.
Yeah, it would have been a turnover either way, but I'm surprised they didn't call it travel there. She got stuffed on the way up, came back down with the ball. But either way, Warsaw ball.
Tiger ball leading 23-10. They come here 13-4 on the year, looking for win number 14, but they are 4-0. They are the lone front runner in the Northern Lakes Conference for girls basketball. Dribble drive, left of the lane, Bricker running jumper, softly off the rim, no good. Rebound off the hands of Hanley, but it was knocked out of her hands by Jocelyn Bricker, and possession will go to Mishawaka. 6:22 till halftime on our halftime report. We'll, of course, check scoring and have some updates on a very light night in high school basketball around the area on the U.S. Signcrafters scoreboard. Oh, a bad inbounds by Lily Dawson. Long cross-court pass intended for Schaefer, and it was intercepted easily and laid up and in by the Tigers, Abby Peterson.
Yeah, I saw what Lily Dawson saw. Schaefer had a couple inches of the room, but, I mean, when you're trying to go cross-court, there's going to be someone who's going to be able to get there in time. And Abby
Schaefer's foul, her first, team second. Free throw by Bergen is up and good for a old-fashioned three-point play. It is 26-10. This is Warsaw's biggest lead at 16. Back court now, Schaefer with a 2-1-2 three-quarter court zone trap by the Lady Tigers. Schaefer still with the dribble. Left of the lane, left baseline runner. Put up the bottom of the basket. Actually, the bottom of the backboard. And the miss. Rebound Warsaw. Bricker into the forecourt. Comes center floor down to Peterson. Peterson outside. 3-ball. Zartman up and good. Brooke Zartman with 3 threes already for her 9 points. It's 29-10. Warsaw starting to pull away here. Hanley into the forecourt. Double team. Throws a prayer across the lane. Loose ball. Davidovic steps in to tie up the loose ball contesting Zoe Bergen. Good hustle play by both players from each team. And the loose ball possession will go to Mishawaka on the alternate possession arrow. Meanwhile, substitution, Katie Baumgartner. Her first game back after that injury. Still not in true basketball shape as far as conditioning is concerned. And Chad Blasco told me in the pregame conversation they would rotate her in and out quite a bit tonight. She subs out. Brew will check back in. Lily Dawson will take a chair. And the Cavemen will bring Nevaeh Phillips into the combination for the first time tonight. Left wing 3. Brew launches, misses. Davidovic gets the rebound. Pump fakes, puts it up, no. And then the rebound and a bumping foul by Addison Brew.
Yeah, got the shot they wanted with the player they wanted, just didn't end up going in the hoop.
Substitution, another one for Warsaw. They will bring Delaney Villamea into the lineup. 29-10, Tigers lead at 5:20 till halftime. Center floor. Zartman, outlet pass stolen by Davidovic. She'll take it court length. Running right-handed layup is good. Great steal and score by Kasha Davidovic. She's got 10. Trying to keep her team in this ball game. She's got 10 of the Mishawaka 12 points. They trail it by 17. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Center floor. Neely. Ball fakes. Dribble drive. Little running 8-footers up and in. Nice dribble drive by Neely. The freshman, her first point. Or first points, rather. It's 31-12.
Yeah, that's why teams like Warsaw are so good. When you shoot the ball so well from 3, you're going to get players up in the air and get an easy drive.
Hanley jump past center floor from the right wing area to Asa Schaefer. Schaefer dribbles hash mark right side. Fires a pass near side to Brew on the left wing. Back out to Schaefer. Cavemen really good spacing, but now he needs some dribble penetration. A reverse hook layup. Using the left hand, but going to the right side and then to the right hand. Nice move by Schaefer. She's got 4, 31-14. Tigers with the lead, and then they throw it away as they try to reverse skip pass from right to left side. It went right through the hands and off the forehead of Alexis Neely out of bounds. So a Tiger turnover at 4:15 till halftime.
Yeah, big break there. Neely was open for a corner 3, but ball just ended up going through her hands, and Mishawaka's going to get the ball back.
Cavemen ball. Addison Brew will trigger it in the baseline left corner, actually on the sideline, but right near the baseline. She'll lob it middle floor to Lily Dawson. There is a crowd of Tigers that converge on the loose ball, pick up the delivered end to the right side, and then down on the block to Winchester up and in. That is superb ball movement by Warsaw with touch pass, and basket. Not one dribble on that transition in offense. 33-14. Quickly hit the floor. Schaefer behind the back with the dribble. She's hawked by a double team, and right now the Caveman junior standout is exhausted.
Yeah, Schaefer, usually one of the more reliable scorers, only has 4 tonight. I expect her to get going. As you mentioned, Davidovic has 10 of our 14 points. Schaefer with the other 4. Once she gets going, I expect the score to look a lot different.
Asia Schaefer will get a much-needed break for the Cavemen, as will Alexis Neely for Warsaw. They'll both sub out. Phillips gets the inbound. She'll play the point. Dribbles to the top of the circle. Works it right, works it left. Now back outside to Bruce. She'll try to dribble in the paint. Ball stripped away. Lily Dawson just dives to the floor and gives a bear hug to the basketball. And they'll jump it into a jump ball alternate possession arrow as she was tied up by Abby Peterson for Warsaw. And the Tigers get the basketball. Meanwhile, Brew will check out. And Jade Hanley, after a very brief rest, will sub back in, trailing 33-14. Warsaw with the lead in the basketball. 3:40 till halftime. Up the floor, Bricker. Jocelyn Bricker works in the forecourt. Wing right, that is. Bricker to Bergen. Bergen center floor. And now they'll set it up again with Bricker, the freshman. Kicks into the corner. All alone 3. Peterson up, rimming, no. Rebound, Davidovic. She'll wait for things to clear, and now fires it near side, rather, to Jaden Hanley. Hanley with the defender right on her hip. Works into the forecourt, behind the back with the dribble. Now tries to reset the offense. Goes outside to Phillips. Phillips right wing. Puts on the break. Has given up her dribble. Hands to Hanley, and then gets bumped in and fouled by a defender. It was a little sloppy on that handoff, and Hanley, I'm not sure, had a really clean possession with the dribble. But the defender who was not set collided with Hanley, who had the right to that spot, and in the process, the Tigers pick up the defensive foul, and Peterson's first, team's third.
They've been getting away with a couple on the defensive end, going to get opportunities offensively, and another turnover.
Lazy inbounds bounce pass, intercepted from Baumgartner by the Tigers. Here comes Bergen. Bergen up the floor, kicks in the corner, 3-ball up, 3-ball in and out, no good. Missed by Bricker, the rebound squirts out. Bricker with the loose ball, picks it up, drives the lane. On the wing, right side, Egoff, double team. Outside to Bricker. Bricker looks in, nothing there. Out center floor to Bergen. And Warsaw at 2:37 till half resets the offense as Mishawaka switches up to a 1-2-2 zone. In the corner, they'll work it left side. Peterson in the corner, she'll get it back, fires a three, off the ball foul. And it will be a whistle against Mishawaka.
Yeah, that's probably just how the coach drew it up. Davidovic was trying to run through her defender to get to the shooter in the corner. Draws the foul there.
Davidovic will pick up the foul. Asia Schaefer will return to the K-band combination for Coach Chad Blasco. And Ryan Phillips will take a chair. 2:25 to go before half. That is 33-14 lead for Warsaw, and they travel as they work the bounce pass down on the block to Egoff. But Ava Egoff, the junior, walked with the basketball before the dribble. And a turnover for the Lady Tigers will give it back to the Cavemen.
Mishawaka's had a lot of struggles getting across half court. This Warsaw half court press has been phenomenal tonight.
Schaefer is tied up at that back court. Ball knocked away. She'll chase it down and retain it. Now dribbled across the timeline just ahead of the 10-second count. 2:05 till half. Schaefer, top side. Back to Davidovic. Now to Schaefer. Schaefer around the screen. Finds an opening. Dribbles the left side. Running hook shot up. Rimming. No. Davidovic fights for the rebound. Put it back up off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Loose ball on the floor. And Davidovic tied up down on the floor with Bergen. And a possession arrow jump ball will go to the Tigers.
Aggressive offensive rebounding by Davidovic. That's what she was really carving out her starting role with that offensive rebounding when she was coming off the bench. Now we see her kind of developing on the scoreboard too.
And now we see Mishawaka coach Chad Blasco calling a timeout. We'll do the same. So nearing the end of our first half of play, just over 2 minutes remaining in the period. Our score, Warsaw 33, Mishawaka 14. You're in two with K-Band Basketball on 96.1 The Ton and the Mishawaka Network.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Noise here tonight at the Cave. Trying to give the home team a little advantage. Right now they need to come from behind advantage, trailing 33-14 with a minute 48 actually to begin or end, rather this first half of play. Third-year head coach Chad Blasco taking that timeout, probably more than anything, Brady Gallo, just for a little conditioning break. Top of the circle now, Schaefer. Davidovic, right side Hanley, and then she'll kick it back to Davidovic. Just wasn't concentrating on the return touch pass and lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, we talked about limiting those unforced turnovers like that. That could be a bucket there with how Davidovic's been playing tonight. Just can't afford to make those turnovers.
A minute 20 in the first half. Tiger ball leading by 19. It is Zartman out center floor. Gets a screen now out to Bricker. Bricker on the wing left side, defended by Hanley. Goes to Zartman. Now center floor Peterson. 1:05 in the quarter. Top side. Catch and shoot. Zartman is lethal. Her 4th tray of the game. 3rd here in the second period. She's got 12, and it's 36-14. Lead of 22 is Warsaw's largest.
Yeah, Zartman leads his team with 12.6 points per game. She's already got 12 in the first half.
Jump pass. Lily Dawson tries to get it down on the block to Brew, but Addison Brew cannot hang on to the ball that was deflected, and she ultimately kicked it out of bounds. So Mishawaka turnover, and at 44 seconds, the Cavemen will bring senior Katie Baumgartner back into the lineup. It is very good to see her in, and Kasha Davidovic will get a much deserved breather.
Yeah, clear Coach Blasker wants to limit Katie Baumgartner a little bit, obviously coming off that injury, but she's made a big impact when she's been out on the floor.
Up the floor, Egoff, or check that, Bricker, bounce pass, oh, a backdoor cut, give and go. Nobody picked up Jocelyn Bricker, who was wide open for the easy lay-in. That was the give and go, and she went and she scored. That was just that simple, 38-14. Now Hanley, left side to Brew. Jump pass across to Baumgartner. Somehow in the crowd, she caught the ball, put up the jumper, no. Rebound Lily Dawson, outlets to Brew. Brew to Schaefer, 11 seconds. Schaefer running jumper, air ball miss. Rebound as it does just touch the window. And then as Lily Dawson, the K-Band sophomore, pulls down the rebound, she's fouled from behind by a Tiger with 8.7 seconds in the first half.
Yeah, Schaefer usually really good from the mid-range, but misses that one. Luckily, Lily Dawson was there, draws the foul.
Lily Dawson and the K-Men will shoot their first free throws. Dawson just a 25% free throw shooter on the season. High arcing free throw off the mark, wide right, and it did not touch the rim on the front of a 1-and-1, as that last foul on Warsaw was their 7th. And Bricker, who picked up the foul, picked up her 2nd. Inbounds, Tigers. They'll race it up the floor, down to the basket. Bergen fakes the shot at 2, kicks it outside, then the lob down in the post by Villamea to nobody. It was intercepted by the Cavemen, and we go to halftime. So 2 quarters are in the books here in this Northern Lakes Conference clash between NLC rivals Warsaw and Mishawaka. And the visitors from Tigertown have a commanding lead going to the locker room. At the break, our score, 13-4 Warsaw leads 10-6 Mishawaka. Lady Tigers 38, Lady Cavemen 14. You're in tune with Mishawaka Cavemen basketball. Stay tuned to our halftime report coming up next, sponsored by the Mishawaka Education Foundation, granting a better future. We'll check out scoring and some statistics. We'll also check in with Matt Embry on the U.S. Side Crafters scoreboard, maybe for a little college basketball and much more. All that along the way. We will count down to the third quarter action with the Cavemen hoping to come from behind here against the first place NLC leader, Warsaw Community High School. At the break, Lady Tigers of Warsaw lead your Cavemen of Mishawaka 38-14. We're back after this on 96.1 The Ton and the Mishawaka Network.
Welcome back to Mishawaka Network. I'm Daniel Phillips, one of the broadcasters here with the team. We are here with Mishawaka Lady Cavemen versus the Warsaw Tigers. We will be interrupting for a second. I'll be back. We're going to go to an interview with Paul Knighting.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell, and this is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, thanks for taking time to be with us. And we're in January, and we have tournament basketball coming up. Not very long from now. Is that possible?
It is possible, Coach, and it's just kind of like as they say, it's just like Christmas. It comes around once a year, and it's here again. We're ready to go.
Well, we're ready to go because a week from Sunday, Greg Rakestraw and I will be hosting the pairing show on the IHSAA Champions Network, live from the IHSAA headquarters. And I know we're both excited about it. And I know you guys are proud of doing something that few, if any, other state associations do, and that is televised live the pairings for their particular tournaments around the state.
And we do, Coach, and we hire excellent talent to run that show with yourself and Greg, but it really is the beginning of the second season. While teams have been preparing all year long, but that day that draw comes out, teams are gathered. They've got their wings and their pizza, and they're gathered with their teammates, and they're just looking for that draw. And then the planning begins on Monday about who they're going to play and putting their best foot forward. Their coaches are going to game plan, and it really is the start of a memorable experience for our kids.
You think back to your days at North Posey, my days at Plainfield, it was televised around the state, depending on where you lived. You may or may not have gotten a chance to see it, or you listened to the radio broadcast. And we've come, obviously, a long way as a society technologically, but now each one of the IHSAA sports has its own standalone pairing show, which I think is incredible.
It does. We do our own thing here, and it's part of that is technology. We've got a studio here at the office now, and the studio is it really rivals not many others, and we're able to do a professional product. And we have people that are truly knowledgeable about the game that come and break the brackets down, and that's anything from wrestling to basketball, boys and girls, to you name it. We're going to have a pairing show across the year. Obviously, we recently did football, and it really is a quality product, and we continue to strive to make it better. And I'm excited about the girls' show coming up here in 2 weeks. We've got 9 undefeated teams left in the state in the girls' basketball side, Coach. 9 this late in the season, so it's going to be one whale of a tournament.
Yeah, I can't underscore that enough because girls' basketball in our state gets better and better and better, gets more balanced. And as you're talking about, 9 undefeated teams, and I'm sure one of the things Greg and I will focus on the broadcast a week from Sunday is that how wide open these things really are. Now, obviously, South Bend, Washington repeats. They seem to be in strong position. But I will tell you what, this will be a fantastic tournament coming up.
Oh, it will be. It will be. And it goes from one end of the state to the other. Zionsville right here in the Indianapolis market on the girls' side they're undefeated still, and I'm sure that's going to be a highly anticipated matchup as if those two teams advance. Right. The plans work out as they want them to. But yeah, it's girls' basketball is basketball, and we don't differentiate here at the office. It's all important, and it's all Indiana basketball, and it's a strong brand with quality coaches and great players.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig, all things related to the IHSAA. Paul, I appreciate your time. I look forward to our conversation next week. Don't forget, everyone, 22nd of this month, the girls' pairing show on the IHSAA Champions Network, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great week, Commissioner.
Thanks, Coach. You have a great one also.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Mishawaka Network. I'm Daniel Phillips, the Mishawaka Network team. We're here with the Lady K-Men facing off against the Wildcats from Warsaw. We're down big right now, 14-38. The freshman, Brooks Zartman, with 4 trays in the first half currently, leading scorer of the game with 12 points. Another Mishawaka news, the students are now back in action in school as of this past Monday. In other Mishawaka news, now we have congratulations to the state champion Mishawaka High School wrestling team. Currently, they are up 24-9 against Wawasee. Speaking of Wawasee versus MHS, on Friday, the boys basketball team will be facing off against the Wawasee boys basketball team. And currently, that's all we have right now when it comes to Mishawaka news.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA. High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Stay in the locker room at half. They will come out with Baumgartner, Lily Dawson, Asia Schaefer, Jaden Hanley, and Kasha Davidovic. Warsaw will go with their starting combo of Winchester, Bricker, Bergen, Peterson, and Zartman. All to the possession arrow to the visitors from Warsaw, and they will have the basketball to begin period number 3. They'll work it against a caveman 2-3 zone now. Bricker looking right, going right, now getting it back center floor and setting the Tiger offense. Bricker dribbles to the right, dribbles to the left, still with the dribble. Now picks it up, deep right point, dishes to Peterson. Down on the block, Winchester turnaround jumper is blocked out of bounds by Mishawaka's Davidovic. Possession stays Warsaw as we've played a half minute of this third quarter.
Yeah, Mishawaka's going to be careful with this this zone scheme here. I saw Zartman wide open in the corner. Luckily, Warsaw missed him.
And the inbounds immediately put up and in, I believe, was by Peterson. That's what happens when you look down at your scorecard for just a half a second. Inbounds to the K-Men is deflected from Lily Dawson. Loose ball on the floor. Schaefer saves it. Now outlets it to a couple of teammates, and there was a mad scramble. I think in soccer they call that a scrum, right? Is that how it works?
I think so.
That's the new big word in sports, is a scrum. We had a pile of white jerseys and a couple black and orange jerseys, and in the scrum, alternate possession arrow gives it to Mishawaka. Backcourt pressure, Hanley, good pass up the floor. Dawson, here, deflected pass underneath to Baumgartner, who falls out of bounds, saves it to Lily Dawson, but lost the handle, stolen by Abby Peterson. Here come the Tigers in the corner. Zartman from three. Swish. You cannot leave her anywhere near open. She just nailed her 15th point, all on 5 threes. 43-14. Warsaw in the driver's seat. Schaefer up the floor, and she is bumped and fouled by a backpedaling Brooke Zartman defensively.
Yeah, going back to that last Caveman possession, Lily Dawson had Katie Baumgartner coming down the lane, saw her just a little bit too late, and got the tip out of bounds.
If you have to think about it, it's not going to happen.
Nope.
Chad Blasco talked about that off the air a little bit about this decision making. You cannot think, just have to react when the opportunity knocks. 43-14, Tigers of Warsaw lead it. Center floor, Jaden Hanley dribbles left side, behind the back, now goes back between the circles. Gets a screen from Schaefer. Now Schaefer will get the handoff from Hanley. Mishawaka resetting their offense, needing a basket here, looking for the first points of the half. Davidovic fakes, turns, dribbles, and then a fadeaway jumper up and in. Kasha Davidovic has had one heck of a ball game tonight. She's got a dozen. 43-16 outside arc. Three, ball nailed by Bricker.
Got to get back on defense, like what I was talking about during the half. You get a bucket, got to get straight back on defense.
Tigers, once they bring the ball up the floor, do very little dribbling. It's pass, shoot, and score most of the time. Schaefer dribbles down the middle of the lane, right into the teeth of the defense. Took it right at Winchester under the basket. Schaefer with a 6-point. Back the other way, here come the Tigers. Deep right point. Bricker to Bergen in the corner. Peterson from three nails it. Another perfectly executed offensive set as Warsaw worked the ball in, kicked it around the wing left side, and Peterson drained her second triple. Hanley up the floor, backcourt bobble, ball deflected on the jump pass. Now Schaefer strips the ball away under the basket from Bergen. Schaefer on the push, Asia down the middle of the lane, and has it knocked away from behind. Tigers hustle back and foil the fast break try by the Cavemen. 49-18 Warsaw. Substitutions all over the place. Alexis Neely will sub back in. Ava Egoff subs back in for the visitors from Warsaw. And Mishawaka will bring, Nevaeh Phillips into the combination. And Addison Brew returns as well. Inbounds, Davidovic with the basketball. Deep left side to Phillips. Now to Hanley. 5:17 to play third quarter. Long range three, missed by Hanley. Rebounded by Warsaw. They'll chase down the rolling missed shot. Up the floor, here come the Tigers. Egoff in the corner. Back out to Neely. Neely in the post. Winchester. They'll swing it outside. Three ball. Neely. Left point. Nails it. Another three by the Tigers. They're right now shredding the Lady Caveman defense. It's 52-18. And Hanley showing some frustration. Dribbles along the sideline and gets bumped by a Tiger defender.
Yeah, got to defend the perimeter here. Warsaw isn't making much of an effort to get buckets inside. They're really only shooting the three. I mean, why not? I don't have the three-point percentage right in front of me, but I'd imagine it's something ridiculous.
Tigers shoot from the three-point arc 36%.
Wow.
Inbounds, Warsaw rather. Cavemen still staying in that zone defense. Left wing three, Neely book it. Right it down. Alexis Neely's second tray of the third quarter, and Chad Blasco is forced to burn a Mishawaka timeout. We'll do the same. 4:30 to go third quarter. Warsaw in the driver's seat. 55-18. The visitors from Tiger Town with the lead. We're back after this on 96.1 The Ton and the Mishawaka Network.
If a good day just took a turn for the worse and you need a tow,
3-hour score, Warsaw 59. Your Lady Cavemen of Mishawaka 25. Fourth quarter play-by-play. Next, you're two in Mishawaka K-Band basketball. 96-1 the ton and the Mishawaka Network.
To pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is game time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Brady Gallo. I'm Brian Miller. After 3, it is all visiting Warsaw. The front runners in the Northern Lakes Conference girls basketball chase, leading 59-25. They have the possession on the alternate arrow, and they'll work it in the corner. Neely from 3 lights it up. She hit 2 threes in the third quarter, hit another one here to begin the fourth. She's got 11, 62-25 with a running clock. Here come the Cavemen. Right block, Brew to Dawson. Lily Dawson gets it back from Davidovic. Outside to Erin George. She'll try the 3. Fires up the line drive, miss. Rebound tapped and controlled by the Tigers. Zoe Bergen chases it down. Long baseball pass up the floor to Neely. Neely bobbled it as it was in midair and turns it over. Caveman substitution, freshman Grace Matherly. We saw some JV action earlier tonight. She will sub in for Kasha Davidovic. And Kasha has had a heck of a ball game despite the lopsided deficit for Mishawaka. They trail 62-25. Now Brew falls down, slides on the floor. Lily Dawson under the basket, got the possession squared up under the basket and put it up and in, her first points of the night. 62-27, outside 3, Neely launches, Neely misses. Erin George chases down the rebound. She'll run the break, puts on the brakes and now spins out center floor to Brew. Brew to Matherly. Matherly steps back, fires a 3. Air ball missed. Rebound battled for underneath and knocked out of bounds by the Cavemen.
Yeah, good to see some JV players getting some reps here. Obviously, comeback seemed pretty unlikely with the score and the time. So it's good to see some JV regulars getting some varsity reps.
Erin George will take a seat. Katie Baumgartner subs back in for Mishawaka, certainly working on getting her back into playing shape after that lengthy stint out with an injury. Substitution, Allison Sloan subs in for Warsaw. The catch by Baumgartner goes up over top of Sloan, who's just checked in. Put it up and in. Katie Baumgartner's first points of the night. 62-29, 5:45 to play in the right wing area. Zambrano, one of 2 seniors on this Warsaw team, outside of the corner to 3 land, and Kelsey Wren, a freshman. Her first shot of the night off the bench. Here in this fourth quarter, she nails it, 65-29.
It's just kind of frustrating to watch. You see, you've been burning that 3-ball all game. You would think you'd just get up on the perimeter, take that away.
Addison Brew with the dribble, cuts it right, cuts it left, now puts a bounce pass in the block to Lily Dawson. Dribble drive out center floor. Cavemen are going to slow it down at 5:15 to play. Center floor, bobble dribble, now out to Brew. Loose ball scramble, and then as both Brew and Warsaw's Villamea dive on the basketball, it rolls basically untouched out of bounds, but it went off of somebody. Brady, I'm going to rely on you to help us here because Chad Blasco going deep into the roster with a few players I do not have on my roster. That is Michaela Whitener.
Yeah, sophomore.
Who just checked in. And before we continue, we will get a 30-second timeout taken by head coach Letty Krebs for the Warsaw Lady Tigers. 65-29 is our score. We're back in 30 seconds on 96.1 The Talk.
Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. We see high school sports now.
All right, who's the gal in the pink shoes? So after the timeout taken by Lenny Krebs of the Warsaw Lady Tigers, his team with 4:40 to play leads at 65-29. Center floor now, Whitener for Mishawaka as Chad Blasco has went deep to the bench. Substitution for the Cavemen.
It's like Jamie Goulas, freshman, going to come in the game here.
And we also had an entry a few moments ago as the inbounds by the Cavemen stolen by Villanueva. And a dribble drive down the floor is put up and no good. Or Villameo, rather. See, I had a little Cubs baseball kind of oozing out of me there. I had mentioned Zambrano earlier, old Cubs pitcher. Well, Villamea is not actually Villanueva because there was a catcher named Hector Villanueva who caught Carlos Zambrano, and I've got some diehard Cub fans laughing at me right now for, trying to mix that in here tonight. But either way, it's all Warsaw 66-29, and the second free throw is up and good. Free throws there for Villamaya. Those are her first 2 points of the night with those 2 free throws. Center floor, the Cavemen. Got to work it at 4 minutes to go with a continuous clock. They work it left side to Lily Dawson. She will dribble drive on her defensive part. Her counterpart, Zambrano. Ball stolen from Dawson. Up the floor, Villamea under the paint. Elects to go out on the wing. Right side three. Sloan tries the three. Up no. Katie Baumgartner with the rebound. Ball ripped away from Baumgartner and laid up and in by Villamea.
Oh, just getting out tough there. Rips the ball away for the easy bucket. And Warsaw is clearly wanting it more right now, even despite having this huge lead.
40-point ball game, 60-29. Substitution, Baumgartner takes a chair. Aaron George returns for Mishawaka. And a substitution, and now an inbounds Mishawaka. They will trigger the bounce pass in that basically went off of the fingertip to mid-floor, picked up by Zambrano. She'll take it coast to coast and a running scoop layup. The 5'5 senior for Warsaw. She's on the board with her first points, 71-29.
The number 33, Kira Miller has entered the game for the Cavemen also.
It was 38-14 at halftime. The Warsaw has completely dominated the second half, and the Cavemen have come a bit unraveled here in this fourth quarter. Dribble drive, across the lane, ball knocked away. Villamea on the steal. In transition, Tigers will take it to the basket. Running scoop layup, missed by Zambrano. Rebound, Tigers back outside, top side three, launched, missed, rebound, then a foul. Boy, that 3 for Braley Chastain. How that did not fall, I have no idea. It was 3/4 of the way down, and it rattled out.
Yeah, I thought my eyes deceived me for a second. The ball didn't go in the hoop on a three-point attempt.
See, Devia Phillips sub in, but she's at the score table waiting for the next dead ball opportunity. 2 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. And into the forecourt, the Cavemen in their half-court offense lose the ball out of bounds. Actually, the ball was knocked out. The official says Delaney Villamea touched it and knocked it away from the offensive player for Mishawaka. So running clock continues, 71-29. Long pass on the inbounds by Aaron George over the hands of the intended receiver from Mishawaka and off the Warsaw defender out of bounds. So Caveman turnover will give it back to the Tigers. With 90 seconds to go, Warsaw's going to walk it up the floor now. Villamea, bounce pass. Wren traveled with it. So turnover Tigers, and Mishawaka ball with 1:15 to play. So with the win, Warsaw is going to improve to 5-0 in the NLC. Mishawaka will slip to 1-3, and Mishawaka will be right back into the frying pan of this Northern Conference season with a big NLC game coming up this weekend. Down to a minute to play. Aaron George dribbles to the right wing, picks up her dribble, throws a pass out middle floor. Ball after a deflection was chased down by the Cavemen. They work into the backcourt, but the ball was deflected there by a Warsaw defender. Now center floor, they'll work it right side. Bad pass, stolen. Loose ball goes off the back of the official. Loose ball still on the floor. Finally picked up by Villamea for Warsaw. They'll go into the corner now to Bergen. Bergen, center floor. Finds Villamea. Down to 28 seconds. Lenny Krebs is just pointing to hold the ball. And I would be shocked if Warsaw takes another shot here in this game. And Mishawaka is going to call off the defensive pressure. And the final seconds are just going to tick away with Warsaw guard Allison Sloan holding the ball under her left arm right in front of the Warsaw bench. Down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, 2, and 1. Final score, Warsaw shows why they're on the top perch in the Northern Lakes Conference. They win here at the Cave convincingly over a gutsy Mishawaka effort. Final score, Warsaw 71, Mishawaka 29. Stay tuned, our postgame show is coming up next. We'll recap scoring, we'll take a look at a few statistics, and certainly look ahead for these two teams as Mishawaka falls to 10-7 overall and 1-3 in the NLC. Warsaw improves to 14-4 overall and 5-0 in conference play. Again, our final, Warsaw 71, Mishawaka 29. You heard it on your home for the Cavemen. 96-1 the ton and the Mishawaka Network.